Oh yeah, no doubt. That hard work is definitely paying off. Now I was looking online; they had some good reviews. I think even the L.A. Times they was kind of talking about you starring as Step and Fetch. What was that experience like, and how do you kind of prepare for roles like that? Do you have like a regimen, or is it just something that just comes out of you?
Yeah, playing Step and Fetch It, another cat that I've always been intrigued by as an artist. We just closed that show in July. Um, Debbie Allen directed that one, and she and I've gotten to be very, very close. I was actually telling the theater, you have to kind of make sure people know who you are and what you're worth. And this play was produced through Spring Hill, which is a LeBron James's company. They have a performance of a entertainment wing, and so the writer Will Power, old buddy of mine, I got the Obie Award in 2006, which is off Broadway in excellence. It's the highest award you can win for off Broadway work in the country. And so Will and I were reuniting on this piece, but the theater didn't really know who I was, so I actually turned the role down. Well, I kind of told them where they could kind of go if they didn't want to respect who I was, but luckily it all worked out, and I got to do the piece because I always wanted to do the piece. And um um I'm not trying to mimic anyone, so I'm not a good mimic. Some people are really good mimics. Um, I'm trying to capture the essence of who the person is, and trying to find out just who they are. Not because let me just back up. If you mimic something for so long, I think the audience can kind of tell, and they can get a little tired. But if you give them some aspects of that person, some things that they can latch on to, I'm trying to find what I can latch on to about them that I can mesh with what the audience is seeing. What can they latch on to? Um, 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 uh, Lincoln Perry, Step and Fetch It, was a very interesting character. He was the first millionaire amongst us, and this is in the 1930s. So, but with a lot of people that kind of take on these um, characters, or these characters, they can become a caricature, and he suffered from that. And we dropped the ball with taking care of him back then, because he was the reason a lot of brown skinned folks got to work in Hollywood, and he was ostracized only because of the demands he was making from the establishment. So it was great to finally get to play him, and really have him, well, allow him to have his say, because we never really heard from him. And so that was great. I think that was theater production number 103 for me, since so that it was a great way to go out with that one. And it's supposed to go to Broadway, or supposed to go over to the West End in London. We'll see when that happens. Debbie and I just spoke a couple days ago, and they're still talking about it. But kudos to her, kudos to Spring Hill, and to Center Theater Group, uh, LA, for even producing this piece.
Wow, that's phenomenal. You said over 100. I mean, that's inspiring, man.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Let me see. Like you said, you don't work with some of the greats, and they got a chance to work with you as well. So I kind of wanted to ask you about maybe one or two people you got a chance to interact with the late great Chad Boseman, right?
yeah. I'm a young blood. Yeah, that was my little brother, man. Chadwick and I worked together um, in a play that we did back in was 2001, and he had just graduated from Howard, I think, and young and just ready to go. And you could see it. And I told him, I was like, yeah, when they see you, it's a wrap. And then we didn't see each other. We didn't see each other until we worked together again on Marshall, the Thurgood Marshall movie. And I came in and just did this one scene with him and me and these guys that are trying to uh, uh, beat him in this bar. And I told him, I said, yeah, we hadn't seen each other since 2008 or 2006. And he was like, no, man, it was 2007. We saw each other here, blah, blah, blah. So, he remembered the last time we'd hung out more than I did. But it's great to see him. We kept in touch when I moved to Paris. We just kept in touch. Matter of fact, my first time seeing Black Panther, I saw it in French. And I told him I was in I sent him a message. I was like, I'm in this little theater in Chateau Roux, which is south of Paris. So I'm going to go see uh, Black Panther. He's like, what are you doing there? I said, I'm working and living here now. He's like, and so we had a chance to chat. But um, yeah, he was a really, really, really great cat and continues to be an inspiration to a lot of people. And I think he will remain that for a very, very long time. Yeah, I can't say much else about him except how hard he worked. He was a hard worker. He's probably a harder worker than whatever talent is, because talent again is relative. How somebody works and goes about their work is the thing, and he really approached the work with a lot of love and a lot of gratitude for the work, and I think that's where he and I really, really met in our gratitude for the work. So yeah, I'm a Miss Youngblood, but he's still here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really, really appreciate that. That's man, that's amazing. Like you said, you just in Paris, chilling, working, going to the movies, man. Some people they wish they could just do that, you know? That's your
You can't.
regular.
No, no, no. But you can. And, if you
Yeah.
have a passport, if you have a passport, I just encourage everyone. If you have a passport, just go. Oh well, you'll realize the lie that this country is. Oh when they tell you that there's nothing else out there. Oh well, and if you don't have a passport, go get it. Don't cost you nothing, and just go. Um, I encourage it. Your last name. I'm sure you should be there back a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely I traveled the world. I love traveling. I try to share my experiences, with my people back in Cleveland, but a lot of them never even left the city or the east side of town, but they don't know what they missing, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm in Tucson. I'm back and forth between Tucson, Arizona, and here, and I'm writing in Tucson. I just finished a new script that I'm writing, and it's about a detective from Cleveland, who finds himself in Florence, Italy. So yeah, so yeah, it's good. I like Cleveland.